Hello and welcome. Let's look at this example with finding probability using a contingency table. So this table shows the number of athletes who stretched before exercising and how many had injuries within the past year. Okay, so you can see there are two categories that we're talking about, whether an athlete stretches or not, and whether they have an injury or not. So you can think of them as variables or as events, right? And the table kind of fills in the details of how many did what, right? So part A says, what's the probability that an athlete stretches before exercising? Okay, so here's the row with stretching. So stretching before exercising, there are 350 athletes who do that out of the 800 that were in the sample. So this would be the probability here. You can often just leave it like that, or you can turn it into a decimal or a reduced fraction. Like this is 7/16. If I reduce this to a decimal is 0.4375. Like any of these answers are fine. Let's look at B. What's the probability of athlete stretches before exercising given that they had no injury in the last year? Right, so this is your condition. This becomes your sample space now. Okay, so that means you're only looking at the athletes who had no injuries in the last year. Right, so you're ignoring the rest of the numbers. All right, so athlete stretches, out of that group there were 295. Out of the whole group who had no injuries, that's 295 divided by 514. All right, I'm going to do that in the calculator, and we get 0.5739 in decimal form. Okay.